Thank you for coming to our Rising Business Solutions presentation and introduce to you Sean Toll. Sean Toll is the CEO of Rising Business Solutions. And if you look at his background, he has many, many years of financial planning background, and he's managed as many as 200 agents. And so he's extremely familiar with that world. In addition to that, he has been managing a finance and accounting firm for over 12 years, and he's been able to work with thousands and thousands of clients. So he's got that financial planning background, he's got that finance and accounting background, and interestingly, he also has a background in entertainment. So he was in the entertainment business. He started by developing commercials, later on developed television programs. And I think today, as you listen to his presentation, you'll see how all three of these backgrounds, these experiences really feed into what we're going to share with you. So Sean, over to you.
All right. Thank you, David. Can you hear me?
I sure can.
All right. Awesome. Awesome. Well, first thing I want to thank everyone for showing up. This is going to be a very, I believe, a very powerful presentation. It's just basically, if you're here today, that means that you're either an agent or someone that's want to do help people with financials, want to empower people financially and make money in that industry. And I believe that this is the perfect solution for people in the industry, and I love talking about it. So basically, really quickly, I mean, what David says is absolutely my background. Just so that everyone know, as we get this presentation going, I have a background in communications. I've been in television for over 15 years. And because of that, I was in marketing, and I understood the importance of marketing and how that worked. One of the things that I realized really early though in my career is that I wanted to be an entrepreneur. So I started doing my own production company, video production, and doing production things in that area, and that was very successful. But I also had a big desire to understand how money worked, because I don't know if you're like me, but you was out there, you're making money, but you wasn't really keeping it. And I really wanted to change that scenario. I wanted to be a position where people could understand and know how money work, and because I was definitely not that person of that understanding. So that went on like a journey that actually over this last almost 15 years now, started learning all these different areas, and understanding that it's actually very difficult for people to really get a grasp of this. And I really don't think it needs to be that hard. And that's really where Rising Business Solutions and what we're bringing is something that could revolutionize how people get financial education, and then also implementation of that education. All right. So with that being said, what we're going to do is just kind of go through a little bit of who we are, and if you're here again, you're probably again a financial professional in some type of way, probably an agent in life insurance. I was in life insurance agent for over most of those years, starting back in 2008, and got very successful in that part for not knowing anything, not being a salesperson, not liking sales, not like not even really concerned about insurance or in that area. But I realized that people needed this information, and that tool, that license, was very powerful. And we're going to talk a little bit about that license and about what you're doing and how you could actually make a better stream of income, or multiple streams of income coming in as that agent, right? But Rising Business came out of that, and building a financial service team that, as David said, was 200 agents or so all across the country, and really doing some powerful things, right? And now I believe that building these tools here can really, again, revolutionize a change how financial education is received and how you as an agent can make money and helping more and more clients. Okay, so real quickly, again, for me, kind of went through all that, but I just want to talk about the vision, because we've been able to help a lot of people, touch thousands of clients, and we got a database of those clients and across the country and so on and all that. But really, our vision as a company is to help 100,000 people reach millionaire asset status. And the cool thing about this is, actually recently I've been kind of checking on what we've been doing, and we have actually over 25 people with over millionaire status over my minimum, and probably even more. I have to go back and do some checking, but that's where we want to keep on building on that. We want to continue to build that asset status with people. And one of the quickest ways to build assets, as we say, is definitely how you getting them insurances and so on, right? That's one of the quickest ways to build your assets, right? But this is the thing. We want to create that and bring a level playing field to education about finances, about understanding and how they could keep that understanding going throughout their lives. Because once you agree, the need is great. And I know if you're again in the financial industry, this is not something that you probably don't know, but we still need to talk about it, right? So many people and so many small businesses are stressed economically. They are in a place where they don't know what to do. And because of that, they make very bad choices. Choices from ignoring the problems, choices from trying to address the problems themselves, choices from getting bad advice from other people, choices of trying to get expensive solutions. All these different things is happening. And, for whatever it is, I think most businesses don't fail because they don't know how to do the front end of their business. I mean, if you was a plumber and you didn't know how to do any plumbing, you probably should have started being a plumber. Or if you was a cook or a chef and you started a cooking or a catering business and you didn't know how to cook, you'll be like, oh no, I wouldn't start that. So usually you're good on the front end, but the back end is where most companies and small businesses have big challenges at. And it's very costly for them to fix those things. At the same time, individual families need to treat themselves as businesses, and they don't. So or maybe they do treat themselves as businesses, and most businesses fail, right? So because of financial problems. But that's the thing is, we need to make sure those challenges are fixed. I mean, stress in the family is happening because of lack of finances, arguments, all kinds of things. Divorces happen. Lives are impacted because of finance or lack thereof. So we want to help people with that problem and really start reaching for solutions that will affect not only their lives, but again, go generationally. Actually, our vision is to help people move from financial literacy and then move them to financial independence, then building generational wealth. And that's very important because our vision of that, because that's how we differ. That's our view set. So we want to go in there and we want to be able to give people the ability to get good education, but not just bits and pieces everywhere, but how it flows together. So we want to start from the beginning all the way through, from budgeting all the way through to generational wealth, everything in between that you could think of, and start giving people powerful educational techniques and tools that they could start being successful financially. We want to be able to start giving the coaching, right? And that's a big thing today because people realize if you don't have a coach, then you're not being pushed to your best potential. We want to dedicate clients. We want to be able to help them, to keep them accountable, to be that sounding board to make decisions. We want to be able to give them educational courses that they could look on their own and be able to take advantage of those things. So one of the things that with those educational courses they're always adding, and they're adding to the library that they can help. And then we want to be able to then, when they make decisions, implement those strategies, give them good companies that they could work with, that they could reach those financial solutions. And that's helping them rise financially, right? Now, if you like me, I remember this as being a life insurance agent, all right? And I think life insurance agents, we get a bad rep a lot of times, right, out there. But hey, this is things that we do. Have you helped people with their budgeting? Of course you have. You probably broke that thing down, trying to help them get all their budgeting stuff correct, and how to keep them on budget. You're doing all that so that they could figure out how they could start getting some life insurance. But it's like you have to go through all this area, right? You show people how to start reducing their debts, and you don't get, there's nothing extra for you to do that, but you start figuring out how they could do snowballs and how they could do this. I mean, you start really helping people in all these different areas. The people that ask you about investments, they ask you how to do stuff in the market, they talk to you about their mortgage. I mean, they ask you all kinds of questions, and they do it. And guess what? You're not getting paid $1 for that, right? Oh my goodness. I know it's like all this work. Now, I don't know about you. Have you helped people with that and they still never close their insurance policy with you? Yes. If you like me, yep. I sure have. I remember that a lot, right? Sometimes they couldn't afford insurance policy. So, I mean, we had to get those things right. Some of y'all might know some real estate people doing through the same thing. Hey, these are things that's very, very important that you help your clients, but you're not making any money. Well, one of the things that we want to do is change that. What if you could make money doing these things, right? From budgeting. What if you could help a person do some tax planning so they can make the right, better, have a better tax preparation, right? And not that help them with their individuals, maybe even build their business or be in the right structure. I mean, and make money from it. Now, again, making money from this from giving the information, help them with the financial planning. I know that's what we do, kind of like set up things that they need to do and how they should retire correctly. And some of you guys do that anyway. And these are the things that just from helping them plan that we can make money and doing that. Even things like debt management, right? Even for businesses building their business credit up. These are all tools that if we can make money from, basically that's where Rising Business Solutions really wanted to build from. It's like, hey, we want to give the agents tools that they can help people with through educational courses. So it's not that you have to be the know all be all of everything, but guess what? They're going to have educational courses that the clients could take that now they could, pay for and do. And now you're being that great benefit. And guess what? That will help them keep their policies long and keep their decisions making stick to them because they're getting this information on a long service business basis. Also personal services, right? To empower them financially, personally, so individually as a family, from all the decision making things that they have to do. Also as a business, all the different services and things that they, as a business have to do, financial decisions that they have to make, having those educational courses and having the ability to help them through that. Of course, we want to talk about a wide range of insurance products because we're not limited. So we have everything underneath the sun to help people with, right? And that's going to be unique too, because a lot of times you're in a place that only move one or two things, but we want to be able to help people with with everything, annuities, also investment opportunities and options that are available to them. And then you're going to even have access to tax preparers and CPAs and accountants. Not that you need to do those things; they have professionals that would do that through our network. And just talking about that, let's kind of look through some of the plans real quickly because again, most of you guys are agents already, and remember, having those tools can help you close more and make more money. We're going to talk about that. But our insurance plans from term life, whole life, index universal life, of course, helping clients with those things. We have actually a powerful concept called legacy banking concept that that's a very powerful concept. Of course, even helping them with annuities. And as a agency, if you're a person that's an agency, you could come in and you have those power of those choices. If you're an agency, you're looking at this and that way. But if you're an agent, we have ability to help families with all these different options with that. So again, it's not trying to fit everyone in the same boat or the same shoe. You're trying to make sure the right shoe fits the right client. Okay. Now, real quickly, we're going to talk about our business membership plans. And again, when we get back, if this makes sense to you, we want to get back together and just have another conversation and really kind of talk through this in more detail with you. But again, the small business membership plans that help small businesses build a financial future. But you know what? This is the thing. All right. A lot of people would say America is built off of small businesses. Small businesses actually employ a lot of people. They're integral to the neighborhoods and to the communities. Uh, However, they don't have access, the same type of access that big financial companies, I mean, big companies do. And we want to be able to be a solution for them. And these small plans would start with taxes, right? Making sure that taxes are on point, helping them with those planning. And all you have to do is connect them to the proper professional CPA or whoever that would take care of that. And you make money from that, right? How about giving them good, sound financial education of how to start putting the business in the right format, right? What the right things they should do. They start learning even little things on how to price things better. If they, all these type of things that we will have in our library, they'll be able to power from. Now, one thing that you will be able to, as account manager, if they sign up for this area, you could actually start coaching them in some ways. And those coaching sessions, guess what? Unlike before, when you're an insurance agent, it's free. No, they're paying for this time, right? And you can give them some good information and actually dedicate time to help them be successful because you're getting money for that time. Now, you also help businesses build their business credit and protect their personal finances. So now you could go in and start doing some key man things and executive bonuses and all that stuff for those companies. And guess what? Yes, we have tax preparation companies, accounting, payroll services available to help them out. Again, you will make money by pushing them, referring them to solid companies that will help them in those ways. And guess what? Now you're all together, and you're doing all that together in one under one umbrella, right? Now, of course, helping that individual family is so key too today, right? And with our personal plans, you could do expense coaching, that's budgeting, and you keeping them so that they can have more money in their pocket. And this expense coaching grows. I love this because this will actually start going into personalities and how they can understand their financial personality and that kind of thing is really kind of cool. Then getting into a little bit deeper financial education and start planning out what they want to do for the kids, retirement plans for the parents, college education for the kids, doing different things where they can start setting up those particular things. But again, with the membership plan, you're getting paid for the planning, not just the execution, but the planning. Financial products, of course, as you start leaning them to the insurance products and different things that you could do. And of course, things from like tax preparers and credit repair people will help them build those areas. And again, you don't have to be experts in those areas. Just by leading them, you're making money. That makes sense. Oh, this makes a lot of sense. I mean, that was like basically a lot of my activity, and I was making no money from it, right? Doing all that to hopefully close on the insurance policy. But guess what? Getting these clients, getting these families, getting these businesses into these memberships will lead you to more closes because they're going to value it more. And then to keep the education and keep that going. Now, we will have a strong financial library for our members where they could get all these type of quality, strong education courses for personal stuff, from that budgeting to personal planning of their taxes to financial planning, even things in investments into the market or going into how to do stocks or how to do cryptocurrency or even forex. Getting that good information there is key. And then for small businesses, the same things that we said about, again, just reviewing just good educational videos, again, that we talk about tax planning, business structures, business development and management, just even the financial planning and building their business credit. All these things going to be there. And the great thing about it, the library will continue to grow as we continue to grow. And so they become more and more valuable to the client, and that's pretty powerful. Now, I said all that to say, as we getting to this point here, we're getting close to wrapping up, that you guys will be account managers. So if you're an agent and you're here listening to this, we said all that to explain our account manager position, where you would be on the front line, helping individuals and businesses be able to build and grow through these management programs, and then of course help them with insurance products, and then also keep that relationship going. And that's so key, because in our design, you get paid residually to keep the relationship going. Yeah, residually to keep the relationship going, right? Powerful, right? So we're going to talk about that. And also then their role here with our firm is to reach out and get more prospects and then maintain that relationship. So I want to talk about that. We're going out and get more people, all right, to show them our great information, not only close them, but maintain the relationship. And by maintaining the relationship, guess what? You get residual income. That is key. So the other side is, if you're an agency and you're listening to this and you see this as a way to maybe implement a financial tool to what you're already doing, right? You could do that, and you could utilize the tools through you, right? And put that through you to your company, and we just working with you to help establish that, right? And really everything comes back through you to get to those other areas. But now you're making money again, and more streams of income. You're now having strategic things in place to help your clients, and because you're helping your clients become more valuable, and now you're making more money. So let's just talk real quickly about commissions as we wrap this up. And again, if any of this makes sense, we want to set a time to get back with you to make sure that we can have a little bit more detailed discussion and how this works. But the first part in this commission, we want to talk about your personal income, and then also what if you talk about agency income or of that, and also your ability to grow within the firm. Okay, so in this example, we're just going to give a example of if someone's just doing some things on the insurance side, and you're helping basically about helping someone save about $200 per month. And we're going to start from the associate position, where you just come in as an account manager, you starting as associate. And basically, if you did that, you help 4 families, you're making about $4,800 a month. And that's about $7,000 a year. Now, that's not bad, right? That's not bad place to be. That's pretty good for just helping 4 families. Now, here's the thing. If you build yourself to a senior director position, and actually this is now the highest position in our spread here, and you're being that director, and you did that, that's now you could make up to $92,000 a year, right? $7,000, a little bit over $7,000 a month. Now, again, that all from just your personal activity and doing that. But if you did stuff where you're training or having this as an agency, and you have an override area where you're making difference between you and your agents, basically you now could be passively from that about $17,000, and just passively. And that's not talking about what you do. This is just the 5 agents helping 4 people, and that's going to be over $200,000 a year. Again, we will go over more details, but that's a pretty decent income for you as an agency or as an agent there. I love that. And of course, in our belief, we think you could do way more than that. Now here's the cool thing. Because of these extra services that we have, from small business services, the personal services, from the educational courses, as you can see here, the first year, because remember what we're saying, this is well, let's focus on the first year first, that you can make an extra $30,000 on top of whatever you was making before. So an extra $30,000 on top of everything you was making before. So let's just kind of add that real quickly. So if you was making, let's just round this up to 58,000, and you added another 30,000 to that, now you're in the 88,000. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's a really strong income there, just adding on top. If you're at the senior level and you're doing that yourself, now, right, you went from 90 to about almost 130. Powerful, right? That's you're almost at 130 now, and that's just, again, yourself doing it too. But here's the cool thing, because the way we have that by maintaining the relationship, which means to keep the plan going, and you're maintaining that relationship, man, you went from that to like $82,000 the second year because you're getting new people, but also maintaining the old ones. I mean, wow, that's a great buildup of that. And you're making 82,000 just from that work. Imagine what year 3, year 4 would be, right? Because you get paid to keep and maintain the relationship. So your goal is not just to close it, but just to maintain it. And that maintenance, the maintaining of the relationship and keeping them doing the with the program will make you a lot of money, and you will have a lot less work, after you do that. So on that note, I just wanted to make sure as we show this thing and kind of wrap this up, that this is, I hope this made sense to you. Now, the next step of this would be, hey, that you want to get back with us, and just kind of be able to, let me change my view here, speaker view, okay. So that you could kind of get more information. So what I would like you to do again is to set up that time to schedule sometimes with our sales manager, and you probably be talking to Mike, all right, or and building that relationship, seeing what that things, whatever questions you have. That's what we're here for. I hope you saw the vision, though, because I believe this is just the beginning. We have we have a lot more things that we can do. We're going to be able to help a lot of people, and I hope that you see the goal that we have in mind of empowering and changing people lives, changing it financially to financial literacy, building it to financial independence, to then having that generational wealth, and to help 100,000 people reach a millionaire financial asset status. And we know we can do that. That's our vision, our goal, and we hope that you want to come on board too.